time for 28mm World War II action. Will you recreate history or reshape it your way? On the Bolt Action Hub at beastsofwar.com. Progress comes to a world of magic as science and the arcane combine to make marvels. Meet steampunk inventors and orc mystics at the Volsun Hub on beastsofwar.com.
Hi everybody, welcome to What's in the Box. Today myself and John are having a look at some more Warmachine, and we are having a look at my first faction, the Khador.
Yep.
And we have the Grolar and Kodiak dual kit. So, if you have a look under the close camera, you can see this is going to build two of this type of jack, because this is one thing I like. Everything's sort of standardized on certain chassis these days.
Yeah.
So you can get those, those different variants very, very easily just by, arm, head, swap out the boiler stacks.
Yeah.
This, however, is one of Privateer's plastic kits.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really happy to see that Privateer are moving to more of this plastic dual kit sort of thing. Now, if I can get the cards out, because I will need those. And we will start showing off the sprues. So, straight under close camera, first thing we get is the two halves of the main body.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your shoulder pads here. You've got a top hatch here. This is the back plate for the boiler.
Yep.
I believe.
I think so.
Around here you've got the hip joint.
Yep.
You then have a couple of the scraping pipes from the boiler.
Yep.
Then you've got these, which I believe go onto the top of the shoulders to make one of the variants. I think possibly the Kodiak.
I think they both have them.
Do they?
Yeah,
okay.
I believe so.
Alright. We then move on to the weapons sprue. So we've got part of the hammer here, one of the arm shields here, smokestacks. Actually, that's interesting the way they've cast that. Just to be a top drop sort of cast.
Mm-hmm.
We have a little gubbins here. I have no idea what that is. I think that's maybe a finger.
I think it's a finger or a thumb.
Yep. And then we've got two halves of an arm here.
Yep.
Of the forearm. We've then got the other side here. I believe this is the upper part, possibly. Or it's maybe the part that attaches to the gun, because it's right next to it on the sprue. Because why wouldn't that make sense? We then have the top of the smokestacks, top of the sort of the over knuckle point.
Yep.
You've then got this. I'm not sure what this is. What is this?
Well, we're gonna have to find out, aren't we?
Yeah, we will. We then have one of the heads. I think I see what this is. Right, so this is all the bits that you're going to need to build the Grolar on one sprue. And then if I grab the next one, this will be everything you need to build the Kodiak.
Ah.
So you've got the two open arms, you've got the
different
smokestacks, you've got the different head, you've got the other fingers and the other arms.
Yeah.
That's actually clever. That's going to make this a really friendly build for a beginner, because they can just say, right, well, I'm not building you. Put you to one side.
Yep.
And then only have to focus on 3 sprues.
Mm-hmm.
Our last sprue is the lower part of the body. So we've got that little hanging tabard. We then have parts of the hip, both legs. I believe this is possibly parts of a socket joint. I'm not sure.
No, that's the toes.
Is that? Okay, that's the fronts of the feet?
Yeah.
Alright, we've then got this, which is the knee guards.
Mm-hmm.
That, which is the top cowling for the main body.
Mm-hmm.
That, which is another one of the little tabards that hangs between the legs. And then we've got that, which is the 2 upper arms. And this, which is another little sort of hanging tabard, possibly?
It's like an armor plate from the back of it, I think.
Ah, I see. Well, we'll see whenever we get it built.
Mm-hmm.
But with it being one of Privateer's plastic kits, it comes with 3D instructions, which is always nice to see.
It is,
This is something Privateer, you have been lacking this for many years. I love seeing it now.
Yeah.
So I won't be shy about, being effusive about it. So you have your instructions, nice 3D, takes you through all the steps to build the main base chassis.
Yep.
On the other side, you're then told, right, now you have to pick Grolar or Kodiak.
Kodiak. Yep.
And they are actually really nice jacks. So if you give me those stat cards, we'll quickly run through them. So, for the Grolar, speed 4, standard for Khador. Strength 12, mat 7, ooh, nice. Rat 4, Khador, typical. We then have defense 12 and armor 20. That armor 20 is always just such a godsend to the guys at Khador.
Yep.
We then have an auto cannon, right? So range 8, D3 plus 2 rate of fire. So I'm guessing you're going to be firing lots of shots from this at power 12. So, it's going to take lumps out of, medium to heavy infantry.
Yep.
You've then got an open fist, which is always nice for, those power attacks. Power and strength of 15, not bad. You've then got a piston hammer for power and strength 18. And this thing's damage grid is huge.
Yeah.
Look at it. Full. It is full. You're going to be taking lumps of armor off all day to get into this thing. We then come to the Kodiak. Now this is one of the older ones, right?
Yeah.
So, speed 4, strength 12, mat 7, rat 4, defense 10, armor 20. So this is pretty much one of those older jacks, but it's cheaper.
Yep.
Because whereas the Grolar is 18, this is 13.
Yeah.
So that's 5 points cheaper for not having that gun there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got 2 power and strength 16 open fists on there, so you can do, you know, the more assured power attacks.
Yeah.
They've got some special rules on them, but I will wait until the second half to actually go through those. That way I get to check them before I actually try and explain them on camera.
Yeah.
So we'll take a quick break here. John, I'm going to set you to building this one, and we will be right back. Okay guys, we are back. We have it built. John, how was it?
I cheated.
What?
We had one.
Oh right, we already have one put together?
Yeah, we had one put together, and yeah, so.
Okay, so we don't know how the build went. Thanks, John.
I'm pretty sure it would have went really well had I built it.
Well, it is a plastic kit, and
Mhm.
plastic is very, very user-friendly whenever
Yep.
you're actually putting a kit together. It looks as if it's designed to be really simple to do, and possibly even do some conversion work too.
Yep.
Right, so let's actually have a look and see what our mystery builder did with this.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice. It's done up as the Grolar with that piston hammer, which is really, really nice looking weapon.
It is, yeah. Very nice.
Ah, so that's what that bit was. That was the face of the hammer that I couldn't identify.
Ah, there you are. Now we know.
Yeah, I mean, the details are there. It's going to paint up beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get on to the special rules.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with the Grolar, because that's what we have built here, okay?
Okay.
So, first thing, it's got dual attack. Ah, I know what this is. This allows you to do your initial melee and ranged attacks, even if you're in melee.
Mm-hmm.
So you could hit them with the piston hammer, and then actually just shoot them. You know.
Fair enough.
So, and the piston hammer itself has RAM on it. So, when an enemy model is hit by this weapon during this model's activation, it becomes knocked down. That's key, because it doesn't say critical attack.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to get a crit. It's just, if you hit, it's down, which is really nice. You can also push the knockdown model 1 inch away and then follow it up an inch.
Mm-hmm.
So you can knock it down,
And
suddenly
shove it.
its defense is now crap.
Yeah.
And then you're just going, oh, by the way, boom, boom, boom. It's also got a heavy boiler, which gives it +2 movement whenever it's charging, whenever it's running.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when running, not charging. So that's important, because running and charging in this game, guys, is 2 different things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 3 simple special rules on this. Very, very nice, very effective.
Mm-hmm.
We then come to the Kodiak. Now, as I said, this is an older one. Now, it's still got that big, hefty armor because it's that same chassis.
Yeah.
So it's got the heavy boiler, so it's got the +2 movement while running. It's then got vent steam, which is a very, very nice little thing. So, you know the way you get some people, they give you those tar pit units that you have to work your way through?
Yeah.
You know, so you'll rock in and then, oh, look, I only have like 4 attacks to kill like 10 of you. I'm going to be here for like 2.5 turns. You know, so this sort of negates that, okay?
Yep.
So, this model can use vent steam once per activation at any time. Very important, any time.
Yep.
Center a 4-inch AoE cloud effect on the model. Living and undead models, so living and undead, models under the AoE suffer a power 12 hit, or a power 12 damage roll. So you don't even roll the hit with it, it's just like,
Yeah,
burns.
you're in the cloud, yeah.
Yep. The AoE remains in play for 1 round.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a cloud AoE, so I assume that's going to screw with line of sight.
Yeah.
But being able to sort of just blast out and clear out those tar pit units a little bit easier is going to make life so much easier when you need to punch a hole. Because that's one thing I find in Warmachine. See if you can find ways to punch holes in your opponent's line.
Yep.
That assassination run just becomes dead easy. It's also got chain attack, grab, and smash. If this model hits the same model with both of its initial attacks with this weapon, after resolving the attacks, it can immediately make a headbutt or throw power attack against the target. So it's basically left, right, and whoop.
It's left, right, grab, smash.
Well, you can either headbutt them, or you can literally just go, oh, I'm going to now throw you. Whee! Go flying! Jack bowling!
I am bored with you. Bye-bye.
And with it having the two open fists makes that throw power attack a lot more effective.
Yeah.
You know, whereas the Grolar can do the throw power attack,
but it's only got 1 open fist to play
yeah,
with,
so it's a
isn't it?
little more random.
Yeah.
All right. Overall, 2 very, very good jacks. I love the Grolar out of the 2. I think it's the one I would build every single time.
Yeah.
Simply for the fact that having an auto knockdown just running around the field causing mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just going, oh, Mr. Jack, knockdown, whee! Oh, Mr. Jack, knockdown, whee! And then having other things following up behind going, you're on the ground now.
Yeah. Well, you can talk the tactics. It's still a woof for me, for the most part.
Yeah. You're out of practice. I need to get you playing again.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Any ideas which of the factions you're wanting to drop into at the minute?
Convergence.
Okay. So the clockwork monstrosities.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Definitely.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose you do have a colossal sitting in the studio here that you could work with.
I don't want to play with that yet. I need to learn how to play first before I start looking at the larger shinies.
Okay. All right, well, guys, tell you what, drop your comments in below. What do you think of this kit? Do you like the Privateer plastics? Which of the two would you be building? And should John be looking at Colossals sooner rather than later? We'll move on here. We will see you in the next video.
Become a general of mighty armies at the Kings of War Hub. Take command of elves, dwarves and orcs in this game of massed fantasy combat on beastsofwar.com. Anime cyberpunk style meets skirmish combat in Infinity. Experience 8 high-tech factions and fight to control the human sphere at the Infinity Hub on beastsofwar.com.